It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Jazz out in Salt Lake City. Looking at Utah, they're coming in off a win in their last game against the Warriors. A great win for them, and they rose to the occasion and pulled off the upset, riding high right now. And the Jazz, signing their young talent to contract extensions and acquiring veterans to complement them. It kind of feels like they're finally put the finishing touches on the roster.
You know what funny thing about it, Ernie, I've been asked to move the front office a lot, and that's why it's tough. I wouldn't do it. I possibly wouldn't do it because the work is never done. You got to just keep working and working all the time and trying to find new angles. And, they got a lot of depth now, but it's still not done.
So it's too much work. I'd much rather be doing this.
Well, I wouldn't say much rather but I just like you guys better.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah.
And, the question you have to ask yourself, do they have the stars with the talent? That's the question you got to ask. Do they have enough stars to win? It's tough to dominate without superstars.
See how much easier it was to just say that?
Yeah, you're right.
Here's Kevin Harlan, also a man of few words.
Do you have a cold?
No.
The crowd is coming here to Vivint Smart Home Arena, Salt Lake City, Utah, to cheer on their Jazz. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. The Utah Jazz come into this one after the win against the Warriors in Oakland.
And, it wasn't just that they got stops, it was the way they got stops. Rejection after rejection.
Yeah, after a while, it just felt like they were demoralizing the opponent. It affected them mentally, and they took advantage.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, LeBron James does not mind being a vocal leader. He said conflict was just part of the game for me growing up. I played outdoors, and if you didn't win, you might not play again for the rest of the day. Now I'm the leader of this team, and I expect nothing less than greatness out of all of us. I'm going to hold everyone accountable, including myself. Kevin?
And that's so great to hear, DA. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year. Some prime-time rebounders here going head-to-head, shot blockers, controlling the rim. Brent, what's a mental makeup that you see of a terrific rebounder?
Well, really all about effort, and I think sometimes we don't do our diligence in terms of talking about great rebounders with how they set up before the shot, Kevin. There are plenty of guys that grab 4 or 5 rebounds a game but don't think about the shooter and where they're shooting from. Some of the great rebounders in our game understand where the ball is going to fly off the rim and get themselves in position early and often to do so.
I thought Dennis Rodman was maybe the best I've ever seen at his size do just that.
You know why, Kevin, is that they never asked him to shoot the ball, so that's all he had to think about.
Right. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. And it's Hill in at the point guard. Love with the screen for LeBron. You can't get that one, so Utah will take it the other way. And stolen by James. Smith outside. He kicks it to Hill. Gobert with the block. Pass to Ingles from about 16. Rebound Love. He had stolen by Ingles. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Hill against Rubio. Ingles kicks to Rubio. Here's Mitchell. Buries it from three-point range.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Yeah, you could start to creep away off of certain people, but this is an early warning shot from him.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside, most of his shots coming around the rim.
Rubio with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. Outside Favors. The dish now to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. LeBron against Ingles. Smith for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Well, a bit of a tough start here at 1 for 4.
Lobs it up for Favors. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. James, the pass to Love. Back to LeBron. Over Ingles. And he can't bank that one in. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. Hill against Rubio. And the rejection by Love.
Encouraging signs when Kevin Love is that intense on the defensive end. Swats that one away.
Smith's shot is good.
One of the ways to get a great look from the three-point line is when you're on a fast break. The defense simply lost him.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Over Love. Yep, it counts.
And right in the teeth of the defense, making a statement early in this one.
Yeah, pinpointing the rim protection with that attack, and no one makes enough of an effort there to stop him.
Here's Hill. Derek Favors making his last shot. The screen from Thompson. Love kicks to LeBron. A baseline J. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. LeBron's got his first bucket in this one. Utah leading by 3. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Hill against Rubio. Love with the screen on Rubio. Hill passes to Thompson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Tristan Thompson, more of a center's game in a 6'9" frame, especially with the way small ball has gone. He has the ability to hold his own down on the inside. That combination of long arms, strength, the quick jumping, and the willpower to dominate, that's put Tristan Thompson on the map.
And he makes the first. And for Thompson, the downside to playing him at center is he is not a big-time shot blocker.
Well, he does have good mobility in the pick and roll, Kevin, and he covers the smaller men on the switches. But you're right, as soon as you get around the rim, sometimes Tristan Thompson is not able to get vertical and challenge some shots out there.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. So to do that, you can't be afraid to throw your weight around.
Now, here's Ingles. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Here's Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. And again, Rudy Gobert.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Hill kicks to Thompson. Hill a screen on Gobert. Thompson dishes to LeBron. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
They got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. He's just had a tough quarter.
And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Mitchell kicks to Rubio. Dishes it to Mitchell. 5 on the clock.
Tristan did a great job of elevating that time to contest, did not stay on the deck.
Smith kicks to LeBron. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Utah.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from three-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
Rubio, the pass to Gobert. Back to Rubio. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Now here is Hill. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Pick up by Hill. Smith dishes to Love. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Inside. And stolen by Love. Smith kicks to Hill. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Over Hill. And that one comes up a bit short.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Can't hit from in close. Utah leading by 7. The drive by Rubio. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Ricky Rubio, known mostly for his ability to pass it and create opportunities for teammates, but I think he's an underrated defender at that point guard spot, and maybe he doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively.
2 shots.
The first one falls. And Greg, for Rubio, his defense is something that isn't talked about, but is certainly present all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's smart, fast, he moves his feet well, and has terrific anticipation with his hands. Great playing both on and off the ball, and just aware of his spacing and a player's tendencies.
Good on both.
We talk so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Smith's got 6.
J.R. Smith has a quick release and can shoot it from deep, but that time a nice job off the pass.
Gobert the screen. Here's Favors. He gets it in there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Hill. Feeds to Smith. And it goes on a bounce. That one is off Smith.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Tristan Thompson. He's averaging 8 points, 14 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on, and right now it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Urebko's checked in for Favors. Crowder comes in for Joe Ingles. Burks, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Gobert with the block. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And I know we want to assume these shots are going in. The defense definitely blew an assignment there, but still got lucky.
The kick out to Crowder to the wing on the left. Exum with it. Now Smith defending. Here's Crowder. Goes up again. The pass to Urebko. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Urebko's got his first bucket of the night.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably 1 or 2 possessions they'd love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
So often nowadays in transition, Brent, we'll see a guy get to the rim, then kick it out to someone standing at the three-point line. What's your feeling on that?
Kevin, who's at the three-point line?
Well, let's say Brent Barry's out there.
I'm more than okay with that. You know, some of the guys, Kevin, in the new age are running to the three-point line, and as the ball gets to the rim, yeah, the modern-day fast break is not your classic 3-on-2, and we're going to take the wings coming in, and we're going to feed one guy for a layup. That first available wide open three-point shot, whether 2 seconds into the possession or 12, is something coaches are willing to live with.
Problem is, though, sometimes that big wants to run and does run, but you don't reward him, and then maybe they don't run the next time down.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You have a big guy working that hard. Problem is, in today's game, some of those big guys are also running to that three-point line.
You're exactly right.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. That creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
Shot from 12, off the left rim and up.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And the wide open shot from Crowder buries the long-range jumper. Crowder's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Korver against Burks. Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. Rebound, Utah.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. Outside Korver. Pass to Clarkson. Nance outside. They set the pick. Pass to Zizic. Nance a screen. Kicks to Clarkson. Over Exum. Utah leading by 13. Down low, deflects the pass. Here's Udo. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Crowder from outside. Burks the pass to Udo. He feeds it to Exum. Drills it from outside. Exum's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
They set the pick. Nance sets a screen for Clarkson. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
Exum dishes to Urebko. Here's Burks. The kick out to Crowder. Pulls it up. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here's Burks. Following the miss by Rodney Hood. Exum's shot is off.
And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
And a wide open look for Hood. The good-looking shot from the wing. Hood's got 5 points so far. Utah leading by 12. The feed to Urebko. Udo kicks to Burks. At the elbow, it's Udo. Urebko lays it in without an inch of room around him. Urebko's got his second basket of the game.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Clarkson passes to Hood. Left side, Nance. Here's Korver for 3. Rebound, Utah. Udo's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Crowder. Here's Urebko. He dishes it to Burks. He kicks it to Exum. Passes it to Crowder. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The shot's good from Urebko.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
And here's Korver from the arc. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And even though that's from considerable distance, you know Korver can knock those down.
And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. We come back right after this. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a very convincing performance from the Jazz so far.
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
Exum and Burks, their backcourt. Jay Crowder out there with Yaredko, and it's Udoh in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Here's Clarkson after Alec Burks' score. Nance sets a screen for Clarkson. Crowder with the steal. Exum dishes to Crowder, and stolen by Hood. Burks against Korver. The dish to Clarkson. Feeds to Nance. Cleveland moving the ball around, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Utah.
And you look at Ante Zizic, the forgotten player in the big trade, a young center, legit size and strength, and he also played under David Blatt, the former Cavs coach in Europe.
He's off on the first.
And Zizic has a lot of upside. One reason he was desired so much in the trade. Croatian, part of that golden generation, drafted 23rd overall in that 2016 draft, but ended up staying overseas.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Joe Ingles comes in for Yaredko, and Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Exum. Good on the second free throw. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Rubio against Hill, and Rubio kicks to Udoh, and it's Zizic with the rebound.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there, and he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Dishes it to Burks, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
You have to really like his energy getting to the rim there. Shocked that he blew the dunk, but you know most times he's going to posterize his man.
And it's Love missing.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. And they dodged a bullet there.
Ingles passes to Udoh. Burks dishes to Rubio. Burks kicks to Rubio. The Jazz with another miss. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Hood the pass to Hill. With the putback, it's rebounded by Udoh. Utah has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing. And if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. Hey, Brent, we know that speed is at a premium these days, but so are analytics. Talk about some of the guys who are both quick and extremely efficient.
I think about a couple guys at the point guard position, because that's normally you say quick, that's where your head goes, Kevin. So Isaiah Thomas is one of those guys that is just a blur. Once he crosses half court, he's going to counterpunch you in some way. And then Steph Curry in Golden State, you have to come out to 30 feet to guard what Steph's going to do. But there are also guys who are deceptive with their quickness, and the way that C.J. McCollum manipulates a pick and roll set and gets himself into the mid-range. Those guys are pretty good at what they do, exercising that quickness along with efficiency.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Gobert's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Smith with a screen on Ingles. LeBron kicks to Hill. Now the pass to Smith. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, that's what Smith does best, a long-range specialist who loves to square up from outside the three-point line.
Gobert with a screen on Smith. Mitchell dishes to Rubio. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Rubio's got 7.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
Yeah, that's a nice response there, leaving a voicemail in return from the three-point line. Looks like we're seeing similar game plans right now.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Tough for teams to combat Tristan Thompson's physical play down there on the inside. Even when you get a hand up, he's capable of draining the shot.
Now, here's Rubio. He has 7 and stolen by Love. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
Now Rubio. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Favors can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Lets it go with a 3. The putback. The rebound by Mitchell. Utah's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Now here is Hill. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Gobert with the block.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Favors. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
The shot's good. 8 points for him.
Well, LeBron going up strong on the inside doesn't give the D a chance to block his shot and carves out just enough room.
Rubio the pass to Gobert. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. 10 points for Rudy Gobert.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And you look back early in his career, Rudy Gobert, he kind of clogged things up just as much at the offensive end as he did defensively. And I tell you what, though, he's made significant strides, becoming much less of a liability on offense.
And Gobert last season with career highs in field goal percentage and free throw percentage.
And he averaged double figures for the first time in his career. If you ask me, he'll be a walking double-double in this league for a long time.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Now here's Ingles. Following the shot by Tristan Thompson. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Not going to go that time. Good D from Love. The Cavaliers trail by 17. And Hill has it in the corner. The offensive rebound. Love dishes to James. Back to Love. The screen from Thompson. Another shot. Gobert with the block. The kick out to Hill. Pass to Smith. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the basket by Ingles.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
The drive by James, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
LeBron takes on such a massive responsibility season after season and has just become so devoted to maintaining his health. That's the remarkable thing about his career. He just doesn't miss time with injuries. And if you've ever watched LeBron in the offseason, in between practices, in between games, the guy is a flat-out machine.
And he knocks down the first one. And as a player, Brent, what are those things that you did and LeBron does to speed recovery?
Well, cheeseburgers didn't help Kevin,
Right.
but his workout regime, in terms of what he does with the weight training, the yoga, the hyperbaric chambers in there to calm his body down, slow the blood flow, doing the things he does while at altitude, traveling on planes. I mean, it's quite fascinating. It sounds like science fiction, but the fact of the matter is LeBron James does it to play at this level every night.
Now, here's Exum. He has 6. Gobert the pass to Urepko. Nance with some nice D. The Cavaliers trail by 18. James kicks to Nance. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Dante Exum. Cleveland shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Clarkson comes in for George Hill. Nance, no good on the free throw. Brent, the last team you played for, the Houston Rockets. Your dad, your older brother John, also played for the Rockets. What's this connection between the city of Houston and the Barry family?
I've asked them that same question in Houston, and I even talked to Daryl Morey about putting a Barry graveyard across the street where it is that all 3 of us, our career had ended. I'd love to see a tombstone over there with Rick, John, and Brent.
Well, it'd be...
Maybe we'll add a few more to it, Kevin.
Well, the way you played there, the way you played your career, and your family played, obviously you've set a standard in the league. But that was an interesting stop that you all were there at one time.
I think it's crazy that we all ended in Houston. No,
yeah,
it's weird.
It is. It is.
3 careers ending
Take a
with
break.
one organization.
Isn't that something?
Weird.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Mitchell drops them both. And LeBron James dominant throughout the playoffs last season, and Brent showing no signs of age.
Yeah, interesting, Kevin, if maybe LeBron got a little bit of rest, even though he was playing a ton of minutes last year on the defensive end of the floor the last month of the year. A lot of scrutiny on how the Cavs approached their last 2 months and how they slipped on that end of the floor, but no doubt about it. This is one of the greatest players that's ever played in the NBA, and the first player in NBA history, just to throw out another record, with 35 points or more in every game of a 4-game sweep in the second round against the Raptors last year.
Pass to Exum. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Smith outside. A floater. Good. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter.
JR may be leaking out just a little bit, but has a strong sense of where to run to get the score.
Here's Mitchell. He had 22 points in the win against Golden State. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
For Utah, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Udo's checked in for Utah. Crowder comes in for Derek Favors. Zizic is checked in for the Cavaliers. Rodney Hood comes in for J.R. Smith.
One shot.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell.
And guys, it was just announced last season that the Jazz had transferred the team's ownership to a legacy trust intended to keep the team in Utah for generations to come. Apparently, the move is a first of its kind in major North American pro sports.
Now, here's Clarkson. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Kings in Sacramento. Cranes the three-pointer. 6 points for Kyle Korver.
That's really Korver's game in a nutshell. The catch and fire mentality is what has made him such a special player in this league for a long time.
There's the pick. Up off the screen. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Zizic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Greg, you look at the Jazz, that legacy trust means that all profits are reinvested right back into the team.
I mean, a tremendous move, recognizing that the team belongs to Utah and the people of Salt Lake City. This is truly a community asset.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. That free throw, no good.
And a Kyrie's trade demand over the summer, a reflection of his frayed relationship with LeBron. James, with a forceful personality, it seems that may have grated on Irving.
Burks, he's checked in for Mitchell. And he's good on the second.
And LeBron remains an outspoken leader on this Cavs team. Still interesting, though, to see whether he alters his style somewhat in light of the Kyrie situation. Perhaps leaving more to the coaches and looking to blend in more with his teammates.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Here's the screen. Here's Hood. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Rodney Hood played 1 season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
The first free throw is good.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Both free throws good from Hood. 1:10 left now here in the second. Jazz leading by 17. Exum dishes to Udo. They set the pick. Kicks it to Burks. And that one is stuffed right through.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Now here's Korver. He has 6. Passes it to Zizic. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Now here's Exum. Covered by Hood. Crowder kicks to Exum. Clock at 6. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
17 seconds left in the first half of the game. And here's Clarkson. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. From deep. The shot, no good.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, we've seen him make this shot work, but they can do better.
And so it's the Utah Jazz sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Right out of the gates, it was Utah setting the tone. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead as they strung together some excellent possessions early. Good work for them all around as they controlled the tempo, leading by 14 at the end of 1. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this lead will continue to grow.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they could forget about a comeback.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
We welcome you back now to Salt Lake City with a breathtaking view of the layout of this beautiful town. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Utah leading by 21 on the court for Cleveland. Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. And it's Hill in at the point. Now here's LeBron. He feeds it to Hill. Back to LeBron. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Let's take a look at Ricky Rubio. Some stats on him. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 9 points per game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he's in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best. In third, the Cavaliers.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Now, here's Rubio after LeBron James's miss. Ball's knocked loose. Favors with the screen. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Mitchell. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Mitchell's got the first basket of the second half here for Utah. Cavaliers shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Love the pass to LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Got to admire how well Love is playing on the offensive end, realizing that one of his teammates is open, so get him the ball.
Utah leading by 21. And Rubio kicks to Favors. There's the feed to Ingles. To the middle. Here's Rubio. That shot no good. Hill with some nice D. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Count it. Good. Mitchell's got 4 this quarter.
Soft touch on the lay-in. Not everyone has that.
The screen from Thompson. Off the pick. And James gets it to go on the assist by Hill.
Like seeing LeBron go straight up with that shot. The catch and release almost instantaneous that time.
And Rubio kicks to Ingles. Thompson against Gobert. Here's Mitchell. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got his 5th rebound in this one. For 3, Hill. The shot, no good. And it's Utah the other way. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Very tough loss for them last time they played. I mean, in the end, the amount of trips to the line they gave up did them in.
LBJ terrific when it comes to moving the ball. He has a strong sense for when his teammates are open and then when to deliver.
The dish to Ingles. Gobert the screen. Ingles passes to Favors. Ingles against Love. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
The Jazz have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. Free throw drops for Ingles. And clearly Tyronn Lue wants to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside. And even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And the Cavs' big 3 completed with the trade of #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Brent, if they had to do it all over again, you still think they make that trade?
Absolutely, Kevin. They brought a championship to Cleveland, a drought of 54 years, and Kevin Love was a big reason why they got to the top of the mountain. So I would absolutely make that trade.
Now here's LeBron. 14 points for him. And the rejection by Favors. Here's Rubio, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Hill.
And Utah adding another terrific defender this summer, trading for point guard Ricky Rubio. Rubio on a bargain contract the next 2 years. A nice move by the Jazz's front office.
And the first one drops.
And another thing with Rubio, the Jazz love to score with the pass. Few better playmakers in the league than Double R. Some might harp on his shooting, but he's a quality starting point guard.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And, you know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position. That's their third straight make off an assist.
He kicks to Favors. He dishes it to Gobert. Out left to the wing. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Tyronn Lue still pretty much new to the coaching ranks, but a tremendous amount of experience from his playing career. He won titles with Kobe and Shaq in Los Angeles for the Lakers, played alongside Michael Jordan in Washington, and he's seen LeBron James bring a title back to Cleveland. That's a lot of championship experience for Ty Lue.
No good on that one. And Brent, you talk about Cavs coach Tyronn Lue, having played with those greats, he knows how to win.
Well, he's never been intimidated by any player that he's suited up with, and certainly relished any of the opportunities to make contributions as a member of the teams that he played for. So he recognizes all those things, and I think he also recognizes the tremendous opportunity in front of him to coach one of the game's all-time greats in LeBron James.
Ingles against LeBron. They get the rebound. Hill. He goes up again. Hill. It's good on the putback.
Just a little bit off in the first, but he's been anything but that here in the second quarter. Really impressive to see him turn it around like that.
Now here's Rubio. 9 points in the game so far. Favors with the screen. And Gobert kicks to Rubio, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Hill.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward, because the 3-ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
Here is Favors. 6 points for him.
Kevin Love got his hand up. That was just enough to alter the shot.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's foul number 2 for him. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Outside Hill. Floats it up for James. And stolen by Favors.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
The wide open look here for Ingles. Hits the 3-point bomb. Ingles has got 6 points in the quarter.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the 3-point line or you risk getting burned.
Hill, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be. Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
The screen from Thompson. Hill with it. Guarded now by Rubio. From deep, James. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Rubio outside. Gobert the screen. The drive by Rubio. Feeds to Mitchell. Gobert with a screen on Smith. And the rejection by Love. Hill dishes to LeBron. It's back to Hill. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. James, the pass to Smith. And another miss by Cleveland. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. The offensive rebound. Gobert can't hit. Cleveland's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. The wide open look for Love. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. They set the pick. Ingles in the corner. Here's Mitchell, covered by Smith. Mitchell dishes to Ingles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From past the arc. Favors can't get it to go.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Hill kicks to Love. Dishes to Smith. Outside Hill. Goes up to the stripe. Gobert with the defensive effort.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Here's Mitchell. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
Well, you love to see that strong move, and he just took command. Defense way too late to stop that.
Love with the screen on Ingles. LeBron drives in. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. James has got 16.
LeBron putting the ball down on the deck. You just can't stop him when he goes straight to the rim.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. And we talk about the things that make LeBron great, Brent. The mental aspect of his game probably goes overlooked sometimes.
When you think about the way that LeBron James can be a chess master out on the floor. Wherever he wants the ball, he can set the pieces up where he knows he can take advantage of how the defense is going to play. And his teammates will tell you he can pretty much recall any play after a game that he's played. So him processing the game is on another level.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Exum kicks to Udo. Outside Crowder. And the pass to Jerebko. Down low. Pass to Hood. Shoots over Crowder. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Exum passes to Crowder. Over Hood. Great D that time from Hood.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contested.
Now Exum following the three-point attempt by Rodney Hood. Burks dishes to Exum. Battles through traffic and lays it in. 10 points for him.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to Burks. Back to Exum. Korver against Burks. Shoots off the screen. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Zizic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Clarkson kicks to Hood. And it's Hood again missing. Utah leading by 23. Here's Burks. Passes it to Udo. Back to Burks. Kicks it to Udo. Takes it from 10. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Cleveland's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And there's the feed to Clarkson. Now the dish to Hood. Jumper off the screen, and that one goes long.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Exum passes to Jerebko. Cavaliers with the rebound.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
The pass to Zizic. Over Udo. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Korver, no luck. Jazz leading by 23. Exum dishes to Jerebko. Udo inside. Makes it off the glass. Udo's got his first 2 points.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be and gets a little lazy about what it could be.
Exum kicks to Yarebko. Exum passes to Crowder. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Hood.
He can't make a thing out there right now, guys. If he keeps this up, don't be surprised if his team gives up this lead.
Takes a 3. Nailed from three-point land. Hood's got 12.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
Now, here's Exum. 10 points for him. Burks can't get it to go. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Clarkson kicks to Korver. From outside, off the mark. Utah leading by 22. Exum with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Burks on the wing from the arc. No good. And so it's the Utah Jazz cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. So it's the Cavaliers now. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Jazz, Exum and Burks, their backcourt. Udo out there with Yarebko, and it's Crowder in at the 3. Now, here's Burks. To the middle. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Hood against Crowder. Here's Clarkson. No good. Shot missing. And Utah the other way now. Over to the wing. Here's Burks. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Hey, Brent, we've seen Hall of Fame players become coaches, but often it seems like the smart role player, they sustain more success in that role of head coach. Why is that?
I think, Kevin, a lot of times the role player is a conduit between both ends of the spectrum of your team. He can communicate with the star player. He can also talk to the guy who's the 12th man on the bench and make sure that both of them are getting what it is that they need to be in the best position to succeed. That's why you see a lot of players in that middle ground who do a great job of becoming NBA coaches as they understand the role of each.
And the work ethic, too, because for role players, maybe it hasn't come as easy. Whereas for a superstar, it was too easy.
That's true, Kevin. And how much work do you have to do with the most talented player on your team? It's pretty specific what his role is going to be. I think a role player who ends up being a coach understands the work dynamic of the rest of the team surrounding that player to create a great positive environment around your star.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Bradley's checked in for Yarebko. O'Neal comes in for Jay Crowder. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Ricky Rubio. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Calderon. Green, the screen. Now Calderon. Here's the 3. Here's Zizic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Brent, for the NBA, it's been a very prosperous time over the last couple decades. What do you think has been the key factor or factors in the growth and the popularity of the game?
Kevin, I think the game speaks for itself and always will. The NBA, to me, is the greatest game that we get a chance to watch. Athleticism and poetry in motion. But one of the things at its foundation and core that I've loved is that the guys that are carrying the mantle for the league right now are likable. And there's nothing that beats likability.
And they appreciate, Brent, I think they appreciate the people that were before them very much.
I think they not only appreciate what's gone before them, Kevin, they're in the moment now. And they appreciate what's going on with their careers in their moment.
Here's Zizic after Alec Burks' score. Just 5 to shoot. Osman hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Here's Neto. They set the pick. He feeds it to Burks. It's Bradley on the wing. Looks for O'Neal, gets it to him. Bradley dishes to O'Neal. Fires, high post, and it's Zizic with the rebound. Zizic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Calderon kicks to Green. Cleveland moving it around. And that one, good.
Now, Calderon does such a good job of being a floor general out there. Outstanding passing instincts.
Here's Neto. He kicks it to Bradley. Picked off in midair. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Shoots from 12. The shot misses.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
That one drops for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Calderon passes to Zizic. Brent, many teams have cracked down on cell phone use during practices and during games. Can anything be done on a league level in that regard?
Hold on, Kevin. I'm getting a call.
Okay, good. Yeah. Can you put him on hold for just a second?
Yeah, Mom, I'm talking to Kevin Harlan. Yeah, it's a different age. I don't think the league, Kevin, can do anything with regards to how players use their mobile devices. That's up to the team and how it is a coach make sure that the demands of what your practice schedule is and your game schedule and your attentiveness to those times that you need to be there, that takes precedent.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Outside Favors. He dishes it to Ingles. Gobert the screen. Rubio left side. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The screen from Thompson. Hill kicks to Love. Feeds it to LeBron. Gobert with the block. But they get it back. Just 2 to shoot. Smith, no luck. Jazz have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's Favors. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That one on Love.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out. And to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
And that one falls for Favors. And despite Favors' size and strength, he really moves his feet well.
And that's tremendously valuable in today's NBA. The ability to stay in front of smaller men in switches and pick and rolls. He has terrific lateral mobility.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Hey, Brent, with the size and speed of NBA athletes, could we see the court widened out at some point, whether it's the lane or even the boundaries widened?
That's a great question, Kevin. I often thought that the league should widen the court to the point where the 23-9 three-point line should be an exact semicircle.
Is the same, yes.
Which would extend the court another couple feet on each end and create more space, more driving opportunities, more room to watch the greatest athletes in the world do what they do best. That's run, jump, pass, and entertain us. So maybe the league looks at it. Right now, I don't think there's any plans for it, but it's a great question.
And that one falls for Favors. No good on the second free throw.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Here's Mitchell following the basket by George Hill. Gobert the screen. Jazz passing it around. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Now here's Love. And Thompson kicks to Smith. Love with the screen on Favors. Here's Smith. No good off the front iron. The Jazz have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Mitchell's shot is good.
Ooh, tough layup with the guy right on him. He can be a hard player to handle at times.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Love with the screen on Ingles. James. Favors with the rebound. Favors got his 8th rebound here tonight. Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Out to the right wing. Fires from deep. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Pick up by Hill. Love outside. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Mitchell dishes to Favors.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
Brent, when we look at some of the classic rivalries between teams, they don't look as emotionally charged nowadays, at least just by the first appearance. Is there a way to get that back the way it was?
I don't think so, Kevin, just because everything is too accessible for us. It used to be that the distance between those cities seemed to be the exact mileage that the cities were that far apart. Now you can pick up your phone and you feel like if you're in San Francisco, you might as well be in LA.
Sure.
And so it's really hard to get that dynamic to happen. It's got to happen more organically, which is what we've seen between Golden State and Cleveland appearing in the finals the past couple years. That's really helped the league to see those two teams do battle for the league's greatest prize.
And he sinks the second. Cleveland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Thompson passes to Hill. Love with the screen on Rubio. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the Pacers trading away the coveted George Hill. Going into last season, they wanted more of a passer at the point guard position.
And that's the one thing about Hill. He's more of a combo guard than a true point. He keeps his turnovers low. But as far as creating a ton of shots for his teammates, that's not really his game.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Hill. Hey, Brent, with the stakes of players' health being so high, we've seen contract clauses prohibiting many outside activities, but we're talking also about 20-year-old guys who just want to live their lives and enjoy what the success has brought them. What's the balance here?
I think the league tries to do a good job of making sure that players aren't involved in activities that are going to jeopardize what it is that their livelihood brings them, and that is their ability to play on the NBA floor, Kevin. And a lot of those things that you see in the player contract are absolutely things that a player can enjoy after their career is over with.
Well, Cleveland shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. And that one drops. And that's 18 points for LeBron.
Well, LeBron gets down there deep and does not fear any kind of defense that gets thrown at him. Quickly gets that ball out of his hands.
Now, here's Ingles. Dishes it to Mitchell. Back to Ingles. Shot clock at 6. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Well, that's some good O there. Always like to see them getting those interior looks.
Hill has the open look. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Hill's got 12 points in just the second half.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. There's a good screen. Down low. Here's Favors. Again, Favors missing. Cleveland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off target with the open look. Here's Mitchell. Excellent D there from Hill.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Smith for 3. Gobert pulls it in.
He was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
Now here's Rubio to the inside. Jazz passing it around. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Now Ingles after LeBron's 3-pointer that didn't go. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside Favors and stolen by Love. Here's Hill. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Now that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Hill against Rubio. Pass to Ingles. Gobert the screen. Down low. Here's Favors. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Screen by Smith. Love outside for 3. Here's Thompson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, Thompson's out there to throw his weight around. He did it that time.
And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Thompson. Hey, Brent, in other sports, later draft picks often become all-star level players. That seems to be much more rare in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure, Kevin, and there are a lot of great finds for NBA teams in the second round and even late into the second round as guys who make solid contributions not only to their team right away because they might be more mature players that are passed over because the young guys show potential. I think that scouts do a great job of finding that rare talent. Maybe they're selected a little bit more early than they would be in previous drafts. There's much more information out there for GMs to get at.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Jazz.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Rudy Gobert.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Neto can't get it to go. Cleveland with the ball. Pass to Clarkson. Osman. Defended by Crowder. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Gotta love the fact that going vertical is a major part of what makes him so difficult as a point guard to defend, especially around the rim.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Rudy. A big win in front of the home crowd. How did that feel?
Great. You know, the fans were great. We shot the ball. We played better defense in the second half, and it's great to win for us and for our fans.
Always been one of the best crowds in the league. Thanks, Rudy. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.